Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Bulldog fans, remember to follow Adrian College TV on social media. For game highlights and campus events, you can catch it all on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X at Adrian College TV. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all our future streams live and support your Bulldogs.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
"203 days since we've had ACHA in the AIA, but we finally return to the greatest arena in college hockey. A school rivalry that spans a large number of games in season. It's the Trine University Thunder and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Herman. Happy to be back in the booth, joined alongside my partner in crime, Tyler Ackerman. We've been waiting and talking about this day for months. I am so excited to be back for another season of Adrian College hockey. It's going to be a great one this year.
Yeah, it feels so good to be up here in the booth and being able to see this men's Division I team go back on the ice, and I'm excited for every other team to be able to be back here as well.
Senior year for me, junior year for you. Of course, my final season in the booth as a member of ACTV, so looking to make as many memories as possible. Can't wait for everything to come ahead. But we got a good matchup on our hands here tonight. Of course, Trine, the men's Division II team, taking on Adrian's ACHA Division I in an exhibition game. Last night, they faced off over in Angola, Indiana. That was a 9-0 win for the Bulldogs. Good way to open up in your rival's barn. Last year, the Bulldogs had a great season. They had a lot of accolades. They made it back to the national championship final in a rematch with the University of Las Vegas. Unfortunately, could not get the job done to repeat as national champions. That wound up being a 3-7 loss. Of course, a tough pill to swallow for the Bulldogs, but they're looking to really rewrite the script and see if they can get back to that final again this season. A lot of pieces lost. You have some big names. A notable one for sure in the blue paint is Noah DeContenys, a one-time ACHA MVP of the tournament the year that they won. That was 2 years ago. That was a 4-0 win in round one against UNLV. That was a great game for him. And some other big names in there as well that the Bulldogs lost just to aging out of college. That's Matt Cruz, David Dell, Matt DeCesare, Nash Hatcher, who went on to go play some pro hockey in the spring. They're big pieces, but of course we know the Bulldogs always recruit well.
They sure do.
They do. And 8 new Bulldogs, fresh for Gary Estalos this season, who do you have your eyes on?
I have two players. The first one, Eli Reimer. He's currently in between Sebastian Smith and Justin Jammer on that second line. They looked fantastic when they played Cherokee. And he had 2 goals in last night's contest. And also on defense, Ryan Bro. He had 3 assists last night. He looked fantastic as well. I'd check out those two incoming.
And it's also notable to point out 2 of the 3 stars of the game last night were freshmen. Of course, Marc-Antoine Belzile, a newcomer to the Bulldogs squad, and Ryan Bro, as you mentioned, both had solid games over in Indiana, looking to repeat their efforts here tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this team against Trine for sure, especially in this atmosphere. I mean, the AIA is, of course, bumping. Wow's looking fantastic. The crowd is out, and I'm ready for this game to start.
I think the biggest burning question right now, as we take into account what happened at the end of last season and now to where we are, is what this Bulldogs team is going to be able to accomplish throughout the course of the season. And then, of course, once they get back to the national championship. You never want to say that a team is a lock, but the Bulldogs in the national tournament, typically a relatively high seed. What do we think is going to happen, and where do we think the expectation should be for this Adrian squad?
I mean, the expectation is that national championship. I mean, it's been vocalized all the time, every single practice. It starts at the first game, and it starts in this type of game too. I will make a note. Last year they struggled with penalties, and in the first game last night they had 5 penalties. So I would expect Gary to be extremely strong on keep discipline at its finest.
Discipline, always a key for the yellow, black, and white. They're going to have to keep it clean here tonight if they want to get another big win. Of course, they're facing off against the Trine men's D2 team last year, a 12-14 season. They did decent in the men's Division II, did not make it to the regional tournament, did not make it to nationals, but still some solid wins in there. The biggest change for them, of course, is at the head coaching position in Brennan Wachter taking over on the bench. They're looking to make an impact this season. They've got potential. What should we look out for?
I mean, they had those 5 chances last night to score on a power play. If they want any chance in today's contest, it's got to start right away, and if they have a chance of a power play, they got to take advantage of it.
Well, we got a good one on our hands here at the AIA. Alex Herman, Tyler Ackerman. First game of the season at the Arrington Ice Arena. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. First period action coming up. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
Jevi is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
You can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Back inside the Arrington Ice Arena, opening puck drop just moments away. And we do have a opening puck drop ceremony that unfortunately we were not notified about. I wish I had more information on what we're seeing, but looks like some alum to some degree will give us a puck drop at center ice, but we got a good one here for you. We'll take a look at the lines tonight for the Bulldogs. First line, it's Dylan Gajewski, centered by Keegan DeCallaway and Mateo Turn on the right. Sebastian Smith, Eli Reimer, Justin Jammer, your second forward line. Carter McLeod, Cash Reagan, and Blake Weidman on the right for your third. Hunter Allen, Luke Marley, and Caleb Mins. Those are your forwards. On the back end, Cyrus Tuff and Griffin Zaski. Ethan McLaughlin, Nathaniel Mont, Cale Strasky, and Ryan Bro in nets will be number 39 in Peyton Traska, the junior who had a great season last year, who had to fill in, of course, in the beginning of that season for Noah DeContes as he was dealing with some personal issues to start the beginning of that season. That's another player that we definitely have to keep our eyes on, who's expected to have a strong campaign.
Yeah, when you actually mentioned the departing of Noah DeContes, I was going to talk about how Straska came in last year, looked fantastic in the time he played, and it's a big question mark too for this Bulldog squad, and I expect him to take on the role extremely well.
Well, we'll get the carpet off the ice. Time ticking off our game clock up at center ice. And man, oh man, I've been waiting to say this one for many, many months. But here we go. 2025-26 season. 20 minutes up on the score clock. Everybody gathered up at center. Puck is dropped and we are underway. We've got hockey at the AIA. Trine will win the opening faceoff. They'll send it back into their own D zone. It's Ethan Ruggieri will start things out up in the neutral zone. Griffin Zaski will shove it in, and Pawinski will chase after it. This will head up for Cyrus Toth, who will rip it around left to right. Going to collect it in the corner once more is Ruggieri. Tied up is Gajewski. It pops free to Callaway. A strong pass to Cy Toth as they'll send it in down off the boards. Here's to Callaway. Quick shot there from Griffin Zaski as it just goes wide. Fast start in the opening 40 as we get things kicked off at the AIA. Back at their own zone, it's Adam Brown dancing with the puck. It's turned over in the neutral zone as Toth will flip one on. Kyle Deere will glove it down. Here's a long stretch pass taken away by Sebastian Smith. Eli Reimer, number 92, up the left wing. Here's Smith with a shot glove save. Kyle Deere snags it down in a nice early stop. 18:59 left to go in the first period.
First thing I notice out of Trine is when they get possession of the puck at all, they stretch a winger, the far side winger typically, trying to get a breakaway and catch the Bulldog defense sleeping.
Absolutely exuberated to be here at the AIA. Fans are as well. Justin Jammer down on the left side wing, pushes up top for Mont. He'll let a shot go, and another follow-up glove save by Deere as he'll hold on once again.
You're going to see those plays often, going low to high and then maybe across the ice and a shot from the defenseman. Bulldogs love to get traffic in front of the net, take the eyes away from the goaltender.
This is played up to the point. Mont off the boards. It bounces down low for Smith. Smith will peel off and backhands back for Mont. Lets a shot go. Flutters up over the head of Deere as Jammer goes to lock it up on the half wall. Reimer takes some contact, and this squirts out of the zone. McLaughlin will have to skate all the way back into his own end to recollect it. Small pass from Reimer. McLaughlin waiting behind the goal cage of Peyton Traska. Signaling the troops is McLaughlin. Now it's for Smith. Will take charge and head up ice. Smith downhill, goes through his legs. Here's Smith with a backhand. That one off the outside of the net. Smith, one of those players you always got to watch out for. He's got a large bag of tricks, a couple of Michigans to his resume to add. And that's the stuff that he carries out in practice, too. So all goalies, beware when the captain is on the ice.
Yeah, he's got a few times with that Michigan move. He just loves just to showcase his skills. It's amazing the way he's able to handle that puck.
This is one back, tied up, as Strasky will try and push it in. Hard hit there, and a nice follow-up from Cash Reagan. Carter McLeod, another newcomer to this AC squad. The 6', 200-pound freshman from Yellowknife, Northwest Territories. Played his junior hockey with the Neepawa Titans in the MJHL. McLeod, a thunderous hit against Regary, and then another one, but it's turned over as Adam Brown will carry it out of the zone. Riley Pawinski will throw it over for Kiefer. Kiefer goes one-on-one with Strasky, who turns him around. As attempting to send it out was McLeod, couldn't handle it. Brown, D-to-D pass with his partner to Regary. Seen him a lot so far. A little bit shorter of a bench as we've got some action in front of the Bulldog bench with McLeod. A couple of extra hits. Traska played it off of his pad. Didn't seem like he saw where the rebound went, but it settled nicely as Cy Toth will hold on to it. Stick not on the ice yet. Now he'll make his approach. Marley off the wall to Allen. Allen down low. Had a good game yesterday, I believe. Might have had a goal. Allen in the slot to the front and just off the glove of Deere. Had a little bit of space and tried to go up top. This is sent to the slot once more. Mins will glove it down but can't get it to his stick. Toth with a slap shot, got tipped through traffic. A back pass out of the reach of Allen. And it'll carry out of the zone. Here's some speed from Joshua Danielowski. Quick shot goes glove side to Traska, but off target. And a big hit there. That was sent on Sam Kraus as he went crashing into the boards. Might have made some contact there with the stanchion. Hopefully he's okay as he's heading off the bench. Gajewski's shot was blocked in front. It's turned over. Zaski's not there to keep it in, and he tips it off the foot of Mateo Turin, as likely he will go and apologize to him. Gave him a little bit of a stick tap and a smile for Mateo Turin. 15:27 left to go in the first.
Trying with the first on-man rush chance that we've seen in this game, a 2-on-1, and Traska played it well, way outside of his crease to make the save.
Here's Turin barreling down the ice, tries to center for Gajewski. A nice move from DeCalloway as he whips it up the wall. DeCalloway off to McLaughlin, looking for space. He takes a shot, gets through, and goes through the chicken leg wing of Deere, but does not find the back of the net. Not sure if he saw that one the entire way through. Looked like it might have caught him off guard. Mott will regroup in his own zone and skates his way through the neutral. Turin with a toe drag, unsuccessful. This is flipped way up top as this is off for Kiefer, taken by McLaughlin. DeCalloway over the blue line, has turned to his right. DeCalloway's wrist shot will also sail wide, and it plays all the way back for Smith, who quickly gets it off for DeCalloway. Will dump in, it banks off the boards, picking up his Regary. Trine defense has been busy so far. Not calling a lot of forward names to begin this first. Good move from Smith. Over the line. Quick wrist shot just goes over the top of the crossbar. Bulldogs are buzzing to start this first few minutes, and Jammer's shot tipped off the top of the trapper of Deere as it will head into the netting. Will stop just about 3:50 into this first period, plus a second. Listen.
I think your math's a little bit wrong.
We're in
there.
the beginning of the school year. I'll get my math down. We've talked about this before. Don't you worry. Face off one back. Smith tried to stick handle in a phone booth and lost control. Raymer had to wait to head over the line. Didn't see that his teammate and Justin Jammer was still in the offensive zone. That will be whistled down for offsides.
It's kind of hard not to see Jammer at his frame. 6'3", that's all a guy.
And aside from Sebastian Smith, this is a really tall forward line. Eli Raymer, standing at 6'4", 205 pounds, the junior transfer from the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Justin Jammer, 6'3", 205 pounds. Sebastian Smith, of course, is a 6-footer, so he doesn't have the full height advantage, but quick skill line here for the Bulldogs that we see on the ice. Strasky stumbles and keeps it in. A nice play, gets applauded by the AIA faithful as this is dumped all the way down the ice. And it is whistled down for an icing call. Blue and gold sweaters will have to stay on the ice, and AC will make some changes.
And those new gold sweaters for AC, they're very nice.
They are, and some history behind those yellow sweaters, paying homage to the 2 national championship teams that the Bulldogs had that wore similar jerseys to the style we have now. Some minor tweaks in cosmetics. Weidman getting a little too frisky off the jump. Started moving well before the puck dropped, so we'll have to get a quick reset. Weidman will pick up and push up the boards. Toth trying to do his best to keep it in, but can't get it done. Zaski will take charge behind Traska. It's escorted off to the right in Carter McLeod. Makes his way over. Reagan in the slot. Quick shot there off the pad of Deere. As it just dribbled wide. Sharp angle shot from McLeod, and it's shouldered away by Deere. Didn't fully track it into the body. McLeod's hard pass jumped over the stick of Zaski. He'll have to retreat back to his own end. Zaski, a hard backhand pass that gets locked up in front of the scorer's table. Weidman settles it, and it's dished out for Reagan, who just barely tips it over the center ice red line, so no icing there as we have play continue. Mott will step in fresh from the bench. He's got speed, goes down low underneath the red line, trying the wraparound chance there, but hits the outside of the apron.
Yeah, Deere had no clue that was about to happen either.
Bulldogs with some subtle sneak attacks to start this first period off. Here's Mins chopping his way up. A nice move. Gets through one man. Shut down on the second. That was Joe Jennings. As it's sent up for Kiefer. Taken away by Allen. Allen, a wrist shot. That goes high and into the netting. And it'll stop play. Our shots 6-1 so far. 11:49 remaining in the first period. No score yet here from the AIA.
Shots yesterday were 62-10. So, in similar projections so far throughout the first 9 minutes.
Long dump in, sent in. Kicked up off the half wall. And popped up into the netting once more. We'll stop the action. Take a center ice face-off draw. That is Mott, who sends a horizontal pass for McLaughlin. Long extended for Mins, but out of his reach. And Mott with some physicality in front of the Thunder bench. There's a hit. That will bring some cheers. That's sent on to Griffin Ridout. As Traska will cover up in his crease. I don't believe they'll count that as a shot on net. Might have just kicked off the end wall. Oh, now they do. Oh, well. Give the extra stat to Traska.
You'll appreciate it.
So sent up to the Thunder blue line, and a big hit from Turin as he lays down the body. Gajewski over the blue, stops, can't get a shot off. Now it's Strasky heading towards the net. No opportunity for him to let it fly. Gajewski, a high riser, floats to the left side of the cage. Thunder will dump it out of the zone and all the way down. This will be icing and give the Bulldogs another opportunity to set up shop in the O-zone.
One thing I've noticed so far is when they bring that puck from low to high, that weak side defenseman is kind of wide open. Trine currently is keeping that weak side winger down in the house. The availability of that weak side defenseman, if they were able to get that puck, has a clear lane just to walk in and take a shot.
Here's Trine, lets it go. This will roll on the ice easily into the glove of Deere as he will give the puck off to the official. Trine was kind of jammed up, didn't have much space to strike. Trine back for Gajewski, a heavy slap shot, and flashing the leather again is Deere, who's come up with a couple of stops, and we see some Trine fans to our left. Of course, a short drive, just barely over the Michigan and Indiana border. About an hour and change, not too bad. This puck sent through the hash marks off the face-off. Stransky will body it down. It's DeCalloway who goes from one hand to two, stumbles for a second, gets around one man, that's Thompson, and sent it up to the blue line. Now carrying is Brow. Brow with a nice move, lets a shot go, tipped on net, and into the body of Deere. He'll hold on again. And that's an A-grade scoring chance right there. Crafty tip. I don't know if it was Trine or DeCalloway who got a piece of it.
It was Trine, and he was all alone right there. I mean, no Trine Thunder defenseman on him at all, trying to keep sticks. Nothing at all. He had a clean tip on it and a good save there by Deere.
I mean, let's be real. Trine, not an easy guy to cover in front of the net. Standing at 6'6", 230 pounds. That's intimidating for any player to want to try and cover him, as there's a rebound in front. The Bulldogs score. Justin Jammer, pass off pad, dumps it into the back of the net, and the Bulldogs take an early lead.
I mean, we were just talking about taking sticks in front of the net from Trine. You can see Jammer wide open, and that back door, easy tap in off of the rebound from Deere.
.20 left to go in the first. AIA faithful letting the Thunder know this is our house. Zaski will quickly skate back, lost control of it as Traska can't hold on. Finally, he gets it. Jammer sending Andrew Kiefer into a spin cycle. And the bodies have been flying so far. Not so much for the Bulldogs, but for the visitors in Navy.
Bulldogs letting their presence known as the AIA, and the hits go flying, and the fans love it too.
Some notable changes too. Behind the bench for the Bulldogs, got some new faces. Keenan Johnston, their old equipment manager, of course, graduating and taking a position in the North American Hockey League with the Maine Nordiques as an equipment manager. Of course, we miss him dearly and wish him the best. We're going to get an arm up and a penalty on the play, but we'll get back to the bench in a second.
It was a clean knee. I didn't catch the specific number.
I think it's Toth.
Yeah. But it was a play right in the middle of the ice. I'm pretty certain it was just a Trine forward that tried to cut back on Toth, and he went for the hit and just clipped him in the knee.
So the Thunder will get the first power play of the day. Had a number of opportunities yesterday. And we'll see how they'll fare now. But we'll talk about the bench while we have this go on. Coach Tyler Cataline, an assistant coach now for the men's Division I team, and returning to Adrian College. We've missed him for very long, is Brendan Stanko, a national champion. That point shot gloved down by Traska. The rebound cleared out. Stanko, a very important part of this program, finishing his professional hockey career with the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. And now back on the bench with the Bulldogs. So happy to see his face back at the rink every day. Thunder will try and begin their breakout. Have some trouble at first, but it's escorted to Brown. Now up top, it's Jennings. Cross-ice feed, that's Ryder. Ryder steps on the blue, rims it down low, picked up by Koger. Koger around the wall for Brown. Chipped off the end, cycled back. Brown having some trouble with it. Hunter Allen will pick this up and skate it down. He's all by himself, taking his time. Decides to put it in reverse. and sends it back for Zaski, who will throw this all the way down the ice. 25 seconds remain on the Thunder power play. Nate Ryder beginning things off. Andrew Kiefer can't control it, sent down, 15 left. They cut the time in half. This is left off by Deer. Little time remaining before Cyrus Toth can head back to the frozen surface. And the Bulldogs killed off another penalty. McCalloway will chase after it. It's Brown who will carry over the red line. McLaughlin takes not all of the body, but a glove off of Brown. DeCalloway will motor his way through center. DeCalloway, quick shot there off the pad of Deer. Zaski tried to send it on. DeCalloway will get it back along the wall. Got some physicality with Ben Sherman as this is handcuffed along the wall. Up to the point. Toth back for Zaski. Lets it go. Tipped on net. Where's the puck? It's covered and just barely held on to by Deer, who didn't quite know where it was. That was a slippery one and almost found the back of the net.
We mentioned the pre-game show that Trine needs to take advantage of the power plays that are given, and they didn't really have any opportunities that whole entire 2 minutes of their power play. And when they got in zone, everything was on the outside. Bulldogs doing a great job on the kill just to keep everything on the boards and no crossing passes or shots.
Left side face-off. Eli Reimer will win it back. Strasky sent a high shot, and Super Mario jumped there from Kyle Deer as he popped up. Smith up top for Brow, who absolutely breaks some ankles. This is settled behind the cage. Jammer with a good backwards hit. Smith tips it off the glass and down. Touched up by Jammer, who's taken down, arm up on the play. This is going to be a power play upcoming for AC. And another great chance for the Bulldogs to try and add another one to their goal column.
And that's how they scored the first goal in yesterday's game. Allen had a power play goal to start off things for the Bulldogs. And it's just a deadly Bulldog power play that we're going to see for the next 2 minutes.
Reimer cleanly wins it back. Up top, Mins lets it go off the pad of Deer. It stays out. Turn will settle it as they try and set up in zone. McLaughlin to Mins. Now for Reimer. Cross ice. Reagan swings it on net. McLaughlin walks the blue line with the Mohawk move. Now down low to the right hash mark. Sends a pass up for Mins. Back for McLaughlin. His shot fanned on as he looked to the air for the second, but a nice glove grab as it was almost sent out by McLaughlin. That shot to the front of the net, tipped sky high, picked up by Reimer. McLaughlin tipped on net, they score! Another deflection in front. The Bulldogs, a power play goal, it's 2-0.
Trine was so worried about the outside and Reimer and Mins that they forgot about covering the center, and you can see two Bulldogs right in front, double screen and a good tip for another goal, another power play goal for the Adrian College Bulldogs.
You know, you don't see a lot on a power play where you have two men stacked in the slot like that. I'm sure that was some kind of set play from Coach Astalos.
I think when McLaughlin originally whiffed on that shot and earlier in that power play, he was looking for the same thing, and he noticed how free it was basically, and he went right back to it, and they found themselves with another goal.
There's a high slap shot up at the top of the blue line from Nate Reiner that sailed over the top of the crossbar. DeCalloway making his way to the net. To Calloway towards the front. No shot for him. It was poke checked away by Deere. Toth to Zaski. Pulls up, doesn't release. Some stick play as Toth grabs it at center ice. Decides it's his turn to skate with the puck. To Calloway, stumbling, lost an edge. Ice is slippery, unfortunately. Got to stay on your feet. Check the hollow on your blades. Sometimes the ice monster gets the best of us. Reimer up the left wing, takes a quick wrist shot off the end wall, popped into the crease, and Jammer with one extra poke at the puck as the whistle was being blown. Had to make sure the official was going to stop the play.
Always got to play it to the end of the whistle.
You sure do. Play doesn't stop until you hear the official. And of course, the Thunder taking exception to their goaltender, taking a slash. 4:37 left to go in the first period. Shots 15-4 in favor of the Bulldogs. We have a 2-0 lead. Heading towards the end of the first frame. Smith spinning, sends it on, gets blocked by a body in front. I think it was some friendly fire. Reimer with a blind backhand pass, doesn't get through. It's tipped out of midair by Jammer. The rebound in front, they fight for it. Smith can't come away with it, and it's cleared all the way down the ice. And just barely enough momentum for icing as Mott, the first guy to the biscuit.
And you can just see the relentless pressure from the Bulldogs, forcing this an icing from trying just to catch a quick break, as just the pressure is just obviously being showcased from the Bulldogs.
This is off the glass and through the legs of Mott as McLaughlin has to get back relatively quickly. It's Thompson who gave him chase. Smith will make his approach. 3-on-2 situation developing. Reimer to the backhand, no shot. Scooped up by Deere, and he'll hold on once again.
Yeah, it was a 3-on-2 that quickly switched in favor of Trine, as pretty certain Reimer was kind of just stuck on the blue line, had no speed going into it, so good decision there by Jammers to put the puck on that.
Early in the season, of course, but a couple of the zone entries a little shaky so far for the Bulldogs. Still trying to get their bearings here in this game and in the season. It's a quick shot, sticked away by Deere, picked up, turning with it is Marley. Cross ice, there's a fast slap shot. Glove down and kept out of the back of the net by Deere, who has seen a lot of rubber so far. Mins with a shifty pass to Allen, who stops and takes his time. Marley trying to find Mins, but it's tipped out of his reach. It's off the shin pad of Allen, as there's a takedown on the wall. That was Ridouts. Mott flips it through the zone. Allen trying to speed his way to it. Almost got there, but just a little too little speed. Allen with the windmill move. Stops at the left corner blue line. Hard pass to the top. It's Brow who heads to the net. Backhand shot grabbed out of midair by Deere. Looked like that one was going a little bit wide, but smart to make the save and hold on to it if you can.
I like the shot choice out of Brow too, though. Going to the left and going back against the grain with his backhand. Not one that necessarily a goalie would expect, but a good save there by the netminder.
2:54 left to go in this first period. Reagan gets tossed out of the circle. McLeod, his replacement, will win the draw. Weidman going hard for the puck in the corner. Jackknifing towards it. Goes one-on-one with Jennings. Broken out and turned over. Bro with the fake pass. Was looking forehand, now backhand. Strasky quickly up for Weidman. In the feet of McLeod, and a big hit by Weidman. Sent hard on to Brown, and another one from McLeod. Here's a breakaway, quick move, and a fantastic stop by Traska as he shuts the door on the breakaway. We had our attention focused to our left, and I think the Bulldogs did too. Sort of got caught sleeping on that chance. This is flipped towards the net area of Deer. Really, First Traska's biggest test so far. Gajewski, quick shot from Trine, he scores! Textbook one-touch play, Mateo Trine makes it 3-0.
What makes Forge just so good at the game of hockey is being able to find the weak areas of the ice, and he's got nobody by him at all. And it's that soft area play by him and a quick release. Finds the back of the net, 3-0 Bulldogs.
Toth to DeCalloway, shape-shifting his way around again. Having some trouble staying on his feet here tonight. This is dumped in by Toth. Sent down, and a nice shoulder from DeCalloway. Danielowski. Our thoughts being drowned out up here by the AIA faithful. Here's Trine to the right wing. Takes a shot, just skitters wide. Gajewski down low, tipped out of the way. Thunder desperately trying to get out of the zone. Zaski shovels it off, and a nice hit along the board. Stretch pass. Here's DeCalloway. Goes 1-on-3 all by himself. Only man with him is Gajewski as we get a full change. Less than a minute left to go in the first period. This is dumped down. It's Thompson who will send it out. Will travel all the way down the ice. And it will be whistled for icing. 42.7 left to go here in the first period. So far, a good first frame for the Bulldogs. Have got some scoring going, a power play goal to add at that.
Yeah, it took some time for sure, but once the first one went in, they started keeping on going, and it's exactly what you expect out of this Bulldog squad.
This is sent down once again. Arm will remain up. Deja vu as we'll head back to our left. There you go. One of the 3 stars last night, Ryan Bro. Again, getting another point. Brow, a great start to his season. Brow, not unfamiliar to college hockey. Transferred over from SUNY Brockport in the north side of the state of New York. Last second chance. There's Sherman. Gets sent out hard. He's down on the ice. Whistle hasn't blown yet. Here's a 3-on-1. Reimer across the way. Quick shot. They score! Smith beats the buzzer. And it's 4-0 Dogs. But we do have an injury on the play. We'll get the replay and then take a quick break. Ben Sherman down in some pain with not a whole lot of time left on the clock. We'll take another glance at it.
And it's just a 3-on-1 for the Bulldogs. Reimer makes a smart play, passing it over, and Smith fakes like he's going to his backhand, right back to his forehand, and goes upstairs. Nothing that Deer can do about that one. And 4-0 Bulldogs just before the end of this first.
So the 2 12s on both teams will come together. That's Joshua Danielowski and Sebastian Smith. Danielowski trying to argue his case to why there potentially should have been a penalty. I didn't quite fully catch it. My attention was shifted elsewhere, but
yeah, it was a little bit hard for us to see up here in the booth in that corner. I didn't think there was an elbow or anything. It looked a little bit just shoulder on shoulder and maybe a little bit to the head area. But either way, Bulldogs with an amazing first period.
Our score 4-0 after 20 minutes of play. Shots 20-5, a fast start, a power play goal. Bulldogs are buzzing. I mean, what more can you say? I mean, this is exactly what you want in your home opener to begin the season. Of course, you have to take advantage of your opponents, and so far, Coach Estalis' Bulldogs all over the ice doing everything right.
Yeah, I would say the only things that there were some odd-man rushes. We had that breakaway earlier that Trask made a great save on, and also a 2-on-1 basically to start the game. So you can kind of notice that the Trine forwards are stretching out the ice, so that's the only thing I would take note if I was Coach Gary here, is that the defensemen need to be more aware of what forwards are going where.
It's hard to say, too, that you really need to clean up anything. The only thing that I noticed, of course, I mentioned earlier on in the game, a couple of the zone entries could get cleaned up a little bit, but, of course, beginning of the season, you have some kinks to work out, and, of course, that will just come with time and practice to find the right line combos, to find the best result. But so far, I've been happy with the level of play that the Bulldogs have. And, of course, a 4-0 score heading into the second period is good to show for it.
Yeah. Everything they said, agree with. Got nothing else.
Not much more to add, but that's not a bad thing. 4-0 our score after 20 minutes of play. We're going to step aside for a couple of moments. Alex Herman, Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth. We'll be back with the second period. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Adrian College has built something very special. You've created not just an academic environment, but a culture of physical excellence, discipline, and resilience. You've turned this college into a place where pushing the limits isn't the exception, it's the expectation.
We leave here with countless memories, loyal friendships, and moments that have shaped our character far beyond what we could have imagined when we stepped onto campus. So now, class of 2025, we've come a long way, and I know as we step into this next chapter, we'll step into a new exciting adventure. I know we will do so in faith, in confidence, and in gratitude. Thank you guys, and congratulations, Adrian College, class of 2025.
Welcome back inside the Arrington Ice Arena. 20 minutes gone so far in this one between the Trine University Thunder and your Adrian College Bulldogs. My name is Alex Herman, joined alongside by a winded Tyler Ackerman. Just made it back up top just in time. Looks like you got a nice little Bosco stick there.
Yeah, the line took forever, man. It was ridiculous. We were there for 7 minutes just for some Bosco sticks.
Listen,
Didn't even eat them in this period.
You got to go crazy for the Bosco sticks.
Yeah, I got the last ones, actually.
Oh,
it was very clutch.
Sneaky.
Very, very clutch.
Very sneaky.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we'll defer from the Bosco sticks. We got a good ACHA game on our hands. Bulldogs leading this one 4-0 after 20 minutes of play. We'll run through our scoring summary. We had Justin Jammer from Eli Reimer and Cy Toth at 9:40. Cash Reagan and Ethan McLaughlin at 14:07. Mateo Turin and Dylan Gajewski from Ryan Brow. Brow, again, another point, as we pointed out, at 18:07. And then late, just before time expired, Sebastian Smith from Ethan McLaughlin.
I think Reimer was also an assist on that goal, just not updated yet.
Very possible. We'll see if our live stats get changed at all, but we'll get 20 minutes back up on the score clock. Arrington Ice Arena packed to the brim here tonight to watch the Bulldogs. Puck is dropped and we'll resume play here at the AIA. AC will win the second period opening draw. This will go off the glass. Turin trying to make a nice hard hit as this is sent into the zone by Zaski. Body play from Turin. Heavy slap shot will flutter on net, sticked away by Deere. Hard collision in the corner as we have a pile up on the highway. Gajewski with a shifty move as this is tipped sky high and will bounce down onto the ice. Zaski turns and rips it over. That's Cy Toth who will carry. Cy Toth wearing an A this season, one of the locker room leaders that we certainly know of. In my senior class, been here at school with him all 4 years. Been, of course, great to get to know him off the ice.
I have in one of my classes, absolute gem to be with.
McLaughlin, a hard shot, friendly fire off the shin pad of Smith, who winced at it.
I think if that one didn't go off of Smith, Deere had no idea that shot was even coming towards him. He wasn't setting or he didn't even go down either.
Definitely a constant so far. The Bulldogs creating some havoc in front of Deere, taking his eyes away pretty regularly. Mont, a point shot. Jammer will follow up, tipped off a skate blade and off the end glass. Bulldogs all over the puck. Jammer takes a shove from behind. Mont waiting, lets it go, blocked. Will get it right back. Has to get rid of it quickly. Thunder turning up the ice as it's turned over for McLaughlin, who will dish it down low. Deere with a stick play of his own.
Some tired Thunder out on the ice right now.
Yeah, this is a long extended shift for him, and the smart play from Deere to cover up the puck. I think that was Smith who wound up hitting Josh Danielowski along the boards. Heard some cheers for that.
Yeah, I think of the second period long change, especially for Trine, as Adrian's been able to keep the puck in their zone for most of this game so far. Eventually they're going to be able to wear him out in the second.
Brow lost control for a second. McLeod will find his way to the puck, takes it to one hand. As he steers it away, Brow in the corner, bounce pass to McLeod, but some miscommunication as it carried out of the zone. It's Cash Reagan. Now we'll try and get things started. Notably, I feel like we didn't see a whole lot of shifts in the first period from Cash Reagan. Either that or he's just being quietly effective as he normally is. McLeod to Brow, takes a shot, whistles it wide to the blocker side. Certainly had some eyes, but no dice to find the Twine. Reagan, his long pass sent all the way up. Played by the forehand of McLeod, backhands down low for Weidman. Looking in front for Reagan as he'll park himself in front of the net. Will saucer all the way towards Traska as a breakout pass was stopped. With some haste is Ruggieri, chased down by Mins, takes a chop from Toth, and a nice reverse hit from the big man in Griffin Zaski. This goes through the legs of Mins. Thought it was going to settle off to his right. Allen deep in the corner in a puck battle. Zaski now engaging in the play. Throws it for Allen, fanned on his shot. Zaski right blue line, lets a shot go, blocked in front. Good soak from Adam Brown as he stepped in the line of fire. Luke Marley walking around the zone. His soft wrist shot eaten up by the chest of Kyle Deere, as we'll get a stoppage. 15:44 remaining here in the second period.
And it's another theme saw in the first period with bodies in front of the net. Bulldogs are just throwing pucks on net, trying to catch any type of a rebound or a tip. They're just doing a good job of just throwing it to the front of the net, creating scoring chances off of it.
Zaski, a hard shot, rolling on edge, goes wide. Gavin Klein to Turin. Now it's Toth, leaping it up for DeCalloway, out of his reach. He'll head down with a nice stick lift. Good move there on the goal red line. Calloway taken out of the play by Kraus. Zaski's shot tipped on net. The rebound in the slot. Nobody could find it. Again, another body in front of the goaltender and Kyle Deere. Really giving him some trouble. Here goes Turin off to the races. Towards the front. Quick shot off the crossbar and up into the netting. No angle on that shot. And it just barely stays out.
I mean, just a great job by him and being able just to catch that short angle, looking for that top right corner right by the ear of Deere. And boy, oh boy, that would have been nice if that went in.
Breakout beginning for Nate Ryder as he sends it in. Traska on his backhand. Of course, we're used to seeing so many goaltenders play that on their forehand. Opposite hand is Traska. Poked on net. They score! Finding a hole is Eli Reimer. Some wizardry with the puck, and it's 5-0 Dogs.
I mean, this line is just going to be absolutely nasty. They want to move to go on the outside by him, and just a quick poke. I think Deere was thinking that he was going to be able to get to that puck, but the long reach from Reimer able just to poke it past Deere. Bulldogs up by 5 now.
You know, I'm not sure if he was the one who poked that in or if it was an own goal from Trine. Maybe there was some double contact there because he kind of extended the stick out and then it looked like it moved the second time. So we'll have to take a look at it again at some other point in the game.
I think Deerstick was also looking for the poke check there too, so might have just rode up his stick a little bit too. And a possibility of that's maybe where the deflection was that you saw.
So halfway to 10 for the Bulldogs as they get their first of the period, just about 6 minutes in. Some quirky goals for the Bulldogs, not the shooter shots that we're used to seeing, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day when the puck goes in the back of the net. And you have more in your column than the other team. Mont will shield himself. A drop pass to Marley. Down the left wing, now goes to one hand. Will circle around the zone. Has to get rid of it. Able to do so. Down low is Weidman. Will pick it up and looks to make something happen. Pass through traffic for Brow. Strasky's wrist shot just goes wide. Allen dancing his way around the zone. Takes a wrist shot, blocked in front. I believe Deer got a piece of it. Sounded like a clunk on the pad. Brown's shot again, a follow-up. Eaten up by Deer. He'll hold on, 13:01 left to go.
I like the patience out of the Bulldogs so far. They've not been forcing it necessarily to the middle. They've been able to work the outside and the defense really well. Be able to get some high-quality chances with some screens in front of the net.
Deer been busy in net tonight, 27 shots through the first 28 minutes. It's also going to be busy here on Adrian campus. Of course, it is homecoming week. We had the Walk of Fame earlier today for our Hall of Fame inductees, so congratulations to them. And the other big campus events, our Adrian College football game, taking on Manchester University. Had some big results out of them recently. 2 weeks ago, they beat a Division I team in Valparaiso in a 10-7 upset. That was on ESPN. How you doing? And then the following week, playing Thiel College. How about a 76-0 win? 2 points shy of the all-time scoring record in program history.
They definitely would have been able to do it. It was 41-0 about 2 seconds into the second quarter. So I think head coach took some of their starters out, and otherwise that record would have easily been broken.
It's a good thing for campus and for Adrian College as a whole when our football team is succeeding. Of course, have had some struggles in the past couple of years, but back on track now. They had a winning season last year, and clearly they're doing something right this year.
Yeah, I think all the sports this year have been looking fantastic so far, and both soccer teams have had great results as well. And Adrian College athletics, that's what you expect out of the school nowadays.
Good day to be a Bulldog. Here's a spinning shot from DeCalloway. Sails high and wide, off to the angle. Gajewski lets a shot go. Launched into the glove was Deer. 11 minutes on the dot left to go here in the second period.
I just love that shot choice there by Gajewski. He used Ryder as a screen. He was down and out, and he was able to move slightly to the right to get a better shot angle and try to go upstairs on Deer, but Deer was able to see that puck last minute and find his glove onto it.
Picked up off the draw, it's poked away. So we'll get behind Zaski as he's able to recover in time. Dell flips it high, crashes down to the ice, and getting it there is Regari. Puck intercepted and swept into the defensive zone by Chancellor Koger. Long pass hopped over the stick blade of DeCalowie. We'll see if he can catch it in time, and he's able to do so. Turin stepping in with another big hit. Sent to the slot. Nice play. Smith scores! The captain strikes again, and it's 6-0 Dogs.
That's all from the forecheck here, Herms. Able just to apply the pressure. You see that hit by Turin, and then a nice play there by DeCalowie. And again, Smith looks like he's going to his backhand eventually, but he goes opposite side. Saw on his first goal. I think we're going to get a goalie change here.
We are indeed. Out of the net is going to be Kyle Deere. Going in is Ian Young, as Coach Brennan Wachter will make a change in the blue paint. Ian Young, of course, playing last night's game. And we'll head back to 10 the goal for Trine, as head coach Brennan Wachter having some discussion with the officials on the bench. Not sure what it could be about.
I think maybe it was that possible icing that led to that play.
Either the icing or the hit, maybe?
Yeah, but I think it was more the icing, because it was called off because of Callie's stick hitting it, which it didn't really hit it. So maybe that's what it was. But overall, it's a great play by DeCalowie to negate the icing. So we're going to get a penalty.
This is going to be an interference call. And it's going to go against the captain in Danielowski. I didn't really see anything that could warrant a penalty on that, to be honest with you, but
it was on the glass on our short side, right by the penalty box. So yeah, necessarily a great vantage point of it, but either way, the Bulldogs on the power play looking for their 7th of the game.
Bulldogs heard us talking about the football team trying to go for the touchdown. Here's a one-timer, and there it is! Dylan Gajewski let it fly. A power play goal at 7-0.
I mean, this was just straight off the face-off. Gajewski, all last year you saw this amazing one-timer, and that one was just a little bit of an OVS 1T, blowing a right past Young. How about Young's first shot on net that he gets to see is an absolute blast on the power play. Extra point is good. Bulldogs up 7.
Well, that's just about the worst alarm clock that you can have as a goaltender. You get into the game, your team is already down by a lot, and your first one is from one of the deadliest snipers in the ACHA, in Dylan Gajewski. There's another chance sent on net. Fought off for a second as Weidman getting involved in a tango with Blake Polifka. Over the halfway point here in the second period. There's another shot from Brow that goes wide. McLeod on his backhand up top for Brow. Seen a lot of action from the freshmen in the lineup here tonight. And good for them to get their minutes and get their feet wet in some ACHA action. McLeod to Reagan, who turns on the Jets. Pirouettes, and trying to send it cross ice for Weidman. Couldn't get the shot to go. Dribbled off his blade at the last second. There's going to be an arm up on the play. I think it's going to be Weidman who's going to wind up going to the box here. Had a hit behind the play against Tyler Regal. And roughing is the call. So this will give the Thunder another chance on the power play. Had one in the first period, but could not convert.
They really struggled with being able to get zone entry, and Bulldog forwards great pressure in their own end, not allowing Trine to even break it out cleanly either.
Right off the draw, Bulldogs able to control play. They'll send it all the way down. Nate Ryder behind the red line. Forces it off to the left. Kiefer off the boards, goes down low. Mott trying to send it out of the zone. Allen is able to do it with the second effort. Now up at the center ice, Dont slowly taking his time. His shot high off the netting and catching it down will be Ian Young.
Yeah, it's probably the best case scenario for the Bulldogs to get a draw in the offensive zone. If they possibly can win it, they can just bring it back into their zone, burning more time off the clock. Love Allen on the PK, just taking his time, no pressure at all. We saw on the first PK, he decided just to maybe had a little bit of forecheck, but brought it back and eventually gave it over to Zaski.
Minute and 18 seconds left to go in the Thunder power play. Nothing going for them yet. Zaski is able to get the job done and clear all the way down the ice. DeCalloway with some speed almost came away with it. Turin will hunt after it. DeCalloway getting in the way. Here's her chance. DeCalloway off the blocker of Young. A nice save. Almost a shorty for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, forwards are doing great now, just applying pressure.
Riley Pawinski will make his trek backwards. Jammer trying to spoil the party. .24 seconds left to go in the Thunder power play. This is through the neutral zone, grabbed by Danielowski. Lost it on the entry. Oh man, that looked like it was going in for a second, but it was the outside of the net area. 7 seconds remain. Good soak from Jammer. Almost helped it get out, and this is shot off the glass. Jammer will stop it in front of the scorer's table as Weidman will escape from the sin bin. Weidman tried to go for the hip check. This is popped over from Jammer and sent into the zone. Traska out of his paint to play it. Backhand around the yellow kick plate. Quick shot there, sent on net. Easy stop for Peyton Traska. 6:24 remains in the second period. 7-0. Adrian College Bulldogs.
And that power play for Trine was supposed to be trying to build back some momentum, but the great killing by the Bulldogs. Great forecheck, really. Trine's defense not able to make anything out of those breakouts at all.
Reimer in the slot, takes a shot off the pad, good save by Young. Attentive and aware as we have another penalty on the play. I think, again, it's going to go against the Bulldogs. And some extra jawing after the whistle. My mistake, it's actually going to go against Trine.
I think originally it was supposed to go against Brow, we thought, in the booth, but he was the one that kind of got hit from behind. So Bulldog power play again. Think they're going to go the same route as play before?
Well, they have the same unit. Gajewski taking his top points over to our left. Normally we see him on the flank, but maybe in rotation that's where he winds up. He's on top of the circle towards the front. Zaski's shot is blocked. The Thunder get to it first. They clear it down the ice. Smith will grab the rolling puck. Jammer taking it on his own. Stumbles for a second. DeCalloway fakes, looks towards the net. His shot is blocked by a shin pad in front. Smith now along the wall. 2-on-2 scrum. Commencing on the glass. Smith around the way. His pass deflected wide. He's able to poke it back for Gajewski. 40 seconds gone now in the Bulldog power play. Circling the zone is Jammer. Drop pass for Gajewski. Up top for Zaski. Looking, shoots, blockered away And it'll stay in. We continue. Gajewski across for Smith. Lets it go in and out of the glove of Young. Made the stop but didn't hold on. Smith again trying to find the back door for Jammer. Gajewski, top of the circle. Trying to feed the cross-ice pass for DeCalloway. Was tipped for a second. And a helmet is knocked off of Keegan DeCalloway. So the officials have to blow the whistle to stop the play. Bulldog fans wanted a penalty.
It's not normal that a player gets their helmet taken off, so I assume something was maybe an elbow or a shoulder to the head of some sorts, but anyway, the draw comes outside of the zone.
4:53 on the game clock and 44 seconds left on the power play. A couple of good shots for the Bulldogs in this attempt. Second power play unit now on the ice to get some fresh looks. Here's Mins, escorts it for Turin as he takes his spot on the right. McLaughlin over to the left. And a good soak in front. That was the shot from Eli Reimer. McLaughlin stumbling towards the front. No shot there. Cleared out. Backhand will clear the blue line as time will run out on the power play. So no goal this time for the Bulldogs. But there's a late chance as it's sticked away. Puck on net. Unintentionally. Ryan Bro looks left, moves right, sends this puck into the zone. Waiting all by himself along the boards is Andrew Kiefer. Brow has it and goes underneath the red line. Cross ice feed, nobody touching the puck. And getting to the puck in time is Kiefer as he canceled out the icing. Allen's pass goes through the legs of Belzile. Belzile towards the front, takes control. Allen lets a shot go, deflection. 3 minutes now here left in the second period. Cross ice feed, here's a shot from Brown. And it's Traska who snares it. Some extra pushing and shoving after the whistle. It looked like Kiefer got somebody. Maybe it was Allen with a high stick right after the whistle. We don't like to see that. I don't know if there's going to be any penalties here or not. I think if there is, maybe the Bulldogs will get unlucky, but I think the officials are just telling everybody to get off the ice, and smart thing to do there.
I think it started actually after the whistle. Azil was going in the corner and he kind of got upended by a Trine forward. And then some retaliatory pushing and shoving. No calls. Face off on the left of Traska.
Out of the zone it goes. Bulldogs will try and get things going as it's sent towards the Trine bench. Here's a quick shot. Glove save made by Young. McLeod crashing the net.
It's good for him to keep that one in his glove as McLeod was all alone there back door. And if that puck popped out of the glove, it would have been right on McLeod's stick for an easy tap and on the rebound.
Top of the circle, quick shot, snared again. Ian Young, of course, replacing Kyle Deere earlier on in the second period. Let the first one go by on his first shot, but since then has come up with some nice saves. Faked slap shot from Toth as Sounded like a crunch of a shin pad. And towards the net. Slapped away towards the boards by Thompson. Reagan will take a hit from Danielowski. Shot from the top of the circle will get out. And it's handled into the netting. Zaski with a little baseball swing there towards the puck. Caught Trenton Thompson sleeping there. I don't know if you saw him jump, but
anyway, that's pretty funny. Seen a couple of face-off plays run by the Bulldogs. That last one, Toth was trying to hit McLeod right away.
Top of the left blue line, that's tipped on net. And it's dumped back to the far side corner. Here's some speed, Ben Sherman. Can't remember if he was the one who went down earlier. But if it was, he's back to the ice, so good to see he's okay. Gajewski's shot is blocked. Zaski will have to get back quickly as Sherman behind his coattails. To Calloway, 90 seconds left in the second period. Goes across the ice for Turin. Turin doing it himself, lets a shot go in and out of the glove of Young, and he'll put the goalie paw on top of it for the whistle.
The sense of urgency for the Bulldogs, very different in this second period with the last couple of minutes so far. It's kind of been just like a chilled, relaxed sense of appeal for them, and you kind of can tell in the defensive zone, like the passes, they are not as clean against a Trine team. It really doesn't really hurt you.
Nearing the 1 minute mark here in the second frame. 7-0 our score for those of you just tuning in now. Nate Ryder grabs the puck at his own red line. Smith with a good shove on him sends him down to the ice. Smith not always known for hitting, but was there. Pass off pad, stays out. Trouble in front of the paint, and this is sent out. Don't worry, I put my hand in front of you. You're saved, Mr. Ackerman. If we didn't have protective netting there, I would have saved you.
I would have been able to snag it myself. And it had a nice hit there from Reimer, and then behind the net, it was Joe Jennings that got knocked down. Voluptuous man. Tall guy. It was a little action there.
Allen trying to keep it in. Gloved it, but it popped over the line as he's got speed heading towards the net, trying to fend off some action. That was Jennings who was behind him, and Young deciding to freeze play again as he'll put the glove on top of things.
Getting close, and then right around the blue paint, a couple of chances. Young doing a good job of being able to track the puck in the midst of traffic, able to glove it down.
Ten seconds left in the second. This puck in the right corner. Spinning and shooting is Marley. Scoring chance taken away, and it's Young who grabs it and puts it back down on the ice to just let time expire. And we'll head into the third period with an even further extended score from Adrian College. They're leading this one 7-0 with the shots 44-9.
That's what you expect out of the Bulldogs realistically in this game. Won the last game. And they're just doing it again. It seems as if like they had a little bit more of a punch at the start of the second, and as time went on, they kind of got relaxed. That Gary's going to be a little bit more telling the boys, hey, let's get a little more pep in our step going into the third. We don't want to get some bad habits.
So our scoring for the Second period, Eli Reimer from Justin Jammer and Nathaniel Montz. Sebastian Smith, another for him tonight from Keegan DeCalloway and Mateo Turin, who also has another point. And then, of course, that big blast on the power play from Dylan Gajewski, Griffin Zaski, and Justin Jammer. But head into the third period, one more frame of regulation play. What are the Bulldogs going to do to close this one out in the cleanest way possible?
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's got to be clean. You can't create bad habits. I mean, it's against a team that it's not going to necessarily hurt you if you create those, but you don't want anything to be established, and it keeps on showing up when you face top teams like Liberty down the line. You don't want anything. You want to keep it clean, and you just want to finish this game as quickly as possible.
Well, we'll get the ice resurfacing machine to the ice to get a quick clean. And we'll take a step aside as we head into our third period. Alex Herman, Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years. Never experienced before you arrive today, and never replicated after you graduate.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
You have earned the right to be here through endless nights of studying, testing, writing, and dedication to learning. The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences, and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Now, as you face the world outside this academic haven, the concept of courage must not be left behind in your textbooks. It should be as alive in you today as your ambition to change the world for the better.
We were all born to be a Bulldog.
Welcome back inside Arrington Ice Arena. 2 periods gone, 1 left to go in regulation in this AIA opener for the MD1 Dogs as they take on Trine University. Alex Sherman, Tyler Ackerman up here in the booth. Happy to have you all rejoin us here on ACTV. Got 20 more minutes of ACHA hockey here on this homecoming Friday night. We'll get 20 minutes back on the score clock. Everyone at center ice, and we will continue play here at the AIA. Bulldogs will take the draw right off the jump. As skating to it is Kiefer. His backhand goes wide. Turnover in the slot. Puck bouncing around just for a moment as it will settle for the big man in Mateo Turin. Barrels his way down the ice. Turin around the zone. Bulldogs were calling for a shot, but no opportunity to have him let one fly. So sent out of the zone, and it's Toth who will slow things up. 45 seconds into this one.
Full line change here for the Bulldogs besides Toth.
No surprise as Toth, clean pass for Reimer. Jammer gets around one man looking for a shot, sent it in front, sticked away at the last second. Mott, wrist shot as it goes wide. Smith tied up on the boards, plays high off the glass, and it's swiped at by Mott with a couple of good efforts to keep play continuing. Reimer down low, gets taken out, crashes into the boards. Bulldogs on the bench wanted a penalty to be called, but none given.
Most likely not going to get every single call when you're up by 7, except for that offsides one.
18:24 left to go here. And of course, we talked about it a couple of seconds ago. It is homecoming weekend, and we do have some ACHA D1 alum to shout out who are up at WOW, making their return to the first time back to campus after graduating. Dylan Knight and Braden Morris, Nolan Baldrica, Matt DeCesare, Alec Lindecker, Mateo DeGiulio, Connor Graham, Cameron Armstrong, Sam Spate, and the recent NHLer himself, Braden Simmons-Fisher. All national champions in their time here at Adrian College. And we are certainly happy to have them back here at the AIA. Very much looking forward to seeing them around campus for the next couple of days and catching up on what life is like in the real world.
Yeah, especially with first year out of college. It's a lot of change that happens. It's very interesting just to see how everybody's doing, and I love just going back and seeing who were seniors. You know, you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, and now for you, senior year. It's just amazing.
Well, it's going to be a little strange next year. You kind of forward the clocks 365 days, and I will most likely be one of those guys sitting up there coming to see you.
Yeah, I'll probably critique the way I announce, most likely.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll get there when we get there. For now, we're here. And let's make the most of the time that we have for the next full season.
Yeah, I'm a live in the moment type of guy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Weidman tried to shift around a man. Has the puck stolen from his blade. This will be sent all the way down the ice. No icing as Mott and Kiefer deadlocked in a battle. Weidman's pass just a little bit too far ahead of McLeod. As it's sauced out to the neutral zone, Kiefer, slap shot, dump in, as Strasky is the first to it. Strasky to Allen. Makes his way towards the front. A backhand just goes wide. It stayed out. A nice save from Ian Young. Carrying the puck up with speed is Brown as he lifts it into the zone. Catching the pass off the boards is Allen. Right back to the left wing. Has no support with him. Walks through two men. But the third he is denied. Shallow corner. This is Mins who sends it cross ice. Trying to feed one in front is Allen, who has an extended shift. There's a stick down on the ice. Mins with a shot. Glove down by Young. He'll wash it into the trapper.
And Allen was looking for Marley back door, and he was wide open, but a couple of good sticks and skates even from Trine stopping all the cross-seam passes. Bulldogs struggling to be able to get those cross-seam passes throughout this whole entire game. That's what Trine's been good at, clogging the middle. That's why you see a lot of shots from the point in this game so far.
Gajewski turning with a shot. Off the boards. Ridouts. Loses it. Here's DeCalowie in the slot. Looks backhand. No shot from him. That's tipped away and settles in front. Turin to DeCalowie. Stops on a dime, scans for options, finds one in Toth, lets the shot go, clogged up in the slot, and it's sent all the way down the ice. I believe Traska got a piece of it with the paddle. And the Trine bench unhappy with that.
It was a close one. It kind of looked like, from our vantage point, that it went off of the knob of his stick, but I think the linesman thought it was just the outside of the posts. So they get an offensive draw for the Bulldogs.
Backhand win up to Toth. His point shot blocked. Gajewski with some head fakes. Gajewski again rips one on net, patted away. High rising shot off target will clear out of the zone. Now it's Toth. Will skate back. Connects with Keegan DeCalowie, who didn't like what he had, so he decides to take it back to the blue line. DeCalowie, one-on-one, his wrist shot deflected wide. Sent over for Gajewski, flips it on net. Bobbled in front, recollected by Gajewski. Through the legs move. Now underneath the red line. Slowly making his way around the boards. Perimeter. Bar down from Turin, and it's in the back of the net. That shot came off the stick so fast. I barely had time to react to it.
That was just, I mean, you couldn't see it. It was one of the goals he already had. He found the soft area of the ice, and there again, the defenseman for Trine just completely loses Turin, and that one was just an absolute wrister of a shot. That was, all you heard was bar, and the puck just went straight down. Like, that was just a thing of beauty.
Mateo Turin again will convert for another goal in this game. Reimer will pick it up along the boards. Smith, poke checked away from him. There's a possible breakaway chance. Traska lost it as he attempted to clear it. 2-on-1. Reimer, left wing, lets a shot go. The rebound, looking for the wrap, and it's kept out. Got to shoot that one quicker. Wide open goal. And a free opportunity at that for the Bulldogs to get their 9th. Denied by a defensive stick.
Yeah, Trine did a great job there of picking up sticks. Smith and Jammer both there. Pass from Reimer, knocked away right away. He didn't go for the wraparound attempt. Instead, he went trying to pass it to the middle. I wonder if he went for the wraparound and possibly been knocked off of his stick and back into net further 9th. As some situations, some line changes. We got 6 men on the ice for Trine.
Have to play with 5 unless you have an empty net. Simple math.
Good job.
See, I told you I'd get my numbers back. Smith looking for the Michigan. And it's shut down. Spin move from McLaughlin. Mop shot. Does not go. Reimer dancing behind the net. Jammer, quick shot, it's blocked. Jammer steps in to help out, looking for Smith. Smith juggling the puck. Absolute wizardry from the captain again. Fending off pressure, throws a stick away with one hand. That was Jennings. I believe there's a hooking call that's going to go against Trine, which will bring the Bulldogs back to a power play.
I don't think I've ever seen someone just decide, no, I'm just going to start juggling the puck in the offensive zone. And it working, too. Like, it actually worked. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. No, I'm going to hit it up in the air, and I'm just going to go behind the back with it, too. Grab it over, and here's a scoring chance, too, out of it. That's just unbelievable. Like, you don't see that ever. It's just absolute wizardry, like you mentioned.
Every single season, Sebastian Smith does something else that just makes me want to utter a phrase that I can't say over the air.
And
because of profanity reasons.
He also went for the Michigan attempt early in that shift, too.
He did. He went for a Michigan and then was juggling the puck later in the play. Here's a toe drag release shot. Turin trying to be Bedsy, but can't get it done.
I mean, you're up by 8. They're just having a lot of fun out there. You can just tell, like, you're competitive for the first period, and after that, you can enjoy your time out there on the ice.
3-on-2 to the slot. Reagan, a good glove save from Young. Ian Young's come up with some big stops in this game, and that glove is certainly hot. As a fellow goaltender, all you can do is just try and provide the next save. Of course, this contest, at this point, I would say, is out of reach for the Thunder. But got to get to the next shot, and Ian Young doing his job. So some stick taps to him as this face-off is won back. Here's Gajewski, way outside the dots. Couple of quick moves, drops it off. Bulldogs wanted another penalty. They're not going to get it. Saucer pass for Zaski, takes a look. Skims the blue line. Now it's Smith, drops back for Gajewski. Here are the skill guys on the ice. And Gajewski almost coming away with a sweet move. So shot down the ice. Traska behind his net to stop the puck. Zaski has it, drops it back for DeCalaway. Now So Dylan Gajewski goes inside and out. Gajewski shot stopped by the chest pad of Ian Young. Gajewski to Smith. Right side dot, 10 seconds left on the power play as he skates it back to the blue line. Fakes the drop. Here's Smith towards the front. They tip it in and it stays out. No. Are they calling this a goal? Yes. Well, we're definitely going to take a look at the replay because, to be honest, I don't know if this ever went in.
I think it went off of the toe of Young and hit the back of the net quickly and went straight out. I mean, the referee's got a great vantage point there. He immediately puts his hand down, signaling it's a goal. So, I mean, he's got the better view than us, so we're just going to have to trust him there. Bulldogs with the ninth. What a play there by, and the patience from Smith and being able to find the good look back door. Bulldogs just pummeling the Thunder.
Well, they got 9 in their game yesterday, and they got 9 today with 10:32 to play. Belzile takes a hit to his shoulder. Some extra pushes and shoves. Shot sent down wide of Traska as it's flipped over his head. Slow play developing as it's behind Weidman. Leads it for Belzile. Belzile to the front, lets a shot go, and it stopped. Belzile taken down to the ice. Went crashing into the net.
And that one is soaked up by Young. No rebound at all. Brown doing a good job of keeping Belzile to the outside. A shot outside the dots that you expect your goaltender to make the save, and that's exactly what Young did.
Strasky lets a shot go, patted away. The follow-up from Bro as it's sent in, rebound scrambling. Brow can't keep it in. This is called down for icing.
A couple of great saves there from Young. And 2 Bulldogs to 1 Thunder in front of the net. Ben's been doing a good job of just grabbing his stick and being able to kick it away with his skate before he was able to get to it.
Mott has this puck on the blue line. Hunter Allen, his shot will not go as he gives a shove. Danielowski galloping his way down. There's a quick shot. Handcuffed Traska for a second. Made the save regardless. Marley with a big hit on Ethan Ruggieri. Mott had his stick tied up. Puck is free. Grabbing it along the walls. McLaughlin feeds it for Allen. Allen 2-on-1 with Mins, and the cross ice feed just too far ahead of him. Reagan will let this pass go for McLaughlin down low. Tied up on the corner, it kicks free. Mins with a stick check as Weidman will get to the puck. He's tied up. Some more pushing and shoving going on. We got a tango in the slot. Weidman engaging with Powinski. Neither player letting go, and finally they're separated.
They just taking one here or both?
Powinski's going to go to the box. Weidman's going to go to the box. Both players will sit for roughing.
That one was just a little bit confusing on how it started. Weidman's glove went flying, and then all of a sudden they were doing a nice little tango between the two, spinning around in a circle. We're playing some 4-on-4 hockey here.
So some 4-on-4 play for the next 2 minutes. Sent up the boards. There's a trailer behind Gajewski as Mott looks to open up. Gajewski to Turin. His pass intercepted, and the Bulldogs are able to recover in time. Saucer to center for McLaughlin. Gajewski, top of the left circle, lets a high shot go off the top shoulder.
Bulldogs just got lucky there. Mott pinched on a 2-on-1, and that puck was going to go right past him for a breakaway, but luckily it hit a Thunder on the bench, the glove. Otherwise, that would have been a breakaway opportunity for trying to get on the board on 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute and 26.
Racing down the ice is Nate Ryder. Lost control of the puck. Zaski off the boards to himself. Finds Cash Reagan, who's got some speed. Reagan pulls up. Will stop and turn away. Tried to do a little bit extra on that. Good steal from DeCalloway as he shoves it to the corner. Reagan has to protect the puck from an ensuing Thunder player. There's a little through-the-legs soccer kick there from DeCalloway in front of the net. Versatile player, Keegan DeCalloway.
Really, really smart with the puck.
Sophomore season from Port Franks, Ontario. Played his junior hockey with the Aurora Tigers in the OJHL. Smith looking towards the net. A good move as it's stopped by Ian Young. Sent all the way out. Zaski has a trailer behind him. That's Gavin Klein. Outmatched in height, but finds a way to get Zaski down to the ice. Smith to Reimer. Tries to shake through. Klein is still up ice as he's able to tip this in. Both players out of the box. So we're back to even strength hockey. Jumping on the ice was a Thunder player here. Smith, quick shot stopped by Young as he launched it into the glove.
Yeah, Trine was out there, had 4 players out there for a little bit, and finally they realized that they need 5 out there. It's back to even strength 5-on-5 hockey, and player off the bench timed it perfectly, honestly. A little sneak attack, trying to knock the puck away.
Sent back to the point, it's Strasky to the top of the dot. Hunter Allen, toe drag shot, and it's held in between the legs of Young.
Yeah, and then when he didn't get everything off of it, it was a good stick check, and it kind of just deflected and stayed on the ice, and it almost went in between the legs of Young, but he was able to close him just in time.
Off the glass and out. This will be icing. 5:52 left to go in the third period. Good time to look at the Bulldogs' schedule coming up over the next couple of weeks. Of course, this game not entirely counting for their rankings. Their first ACHA D1 matchup next week, Thursday and Friday night, right here at the AIA against Northwood University for 2 home games.
And they have a long stretch of home games to start their season.
Yeah, they're at home all the way to the end of October is their first away game. And that first one is a home-and-home series with Ohio University. That rivalry always rich in history and gets quite interesting. But mixed in there after Northwood, we go to University of Pittsburgh over here for 2 games. Certainly a good opponent that shouldn't be underestimated. And the following weekend, October 10th and 11th, you have Liberty University, and that's always one of the more attended weekends. Syracuse will wind up making the long drive out from the north side of New York. Then you have that home and home with Ohio. There's a quick shot stopped by Young. Saginaw Valley at home for 2 games. Niagara also coming out from the high parts of New York. And then the first real away weekend is the second week of November against Roosevelt. Bulldogs will go all the way to Chicago to play the Lakers.
Well, I'm hearing basically from the schedules that we're going to have a lot of time together on air.
We are going to have a lot of time on air. And, of course, you can't forget the other teams, the other 6 teams, 7 in total here on campus that will have action. I'm excited to share the booth all season long. 5 minutes left here to go in the third period. Bulldogs up 9-0 over Trine University. McLaughlin leading the breakout. Turin, a backhand to Gajewski. Gajewski's shot sticked away. Easy save for Young. 61-10 our shot total at the moment. I'd have to do the calculation on how many shots and saves were Deere and how many shots and saves were Young, but definitely a lot of rubber for both of these goaltenders.
Looking at 123 throughout the first 2 games so far. That's how you do quick math, by the way.
You see, if I had that kind of skill that you do, I mean, I could be dangerous. If I could do simple addition
it's like your
that,
one Achilles heel.
It is. Simple math. Took one math. We've been over this. On the air, too. I took one math class, and I passed it with flying colors. I got an A in that class.
Oh, okay. That'll help out the GPA for sure.
It will. It did. But broadcasting, of course, you know, the main focus. Not a lot of math in broadcasting other than talking about cable lengths or frame rates, levels and volume, but I digress. Weidman looking for a tough angle shot. Doesn't get anything, and a hard left boot will send this puck down the ice from Kiefer. There's a 2-on-1. Quick wrist shot, blocker save made by Young. Another grade A scoring opportunity shut down by Young. And I think the Thunder are going to get caught with too many men here. The math that I can do, 5 + 1 is 6. That is too many players on the ice.
So they had a struggle of only 4 guys on the ice earlier, and this time they think actually we're going to go 1 extra.
That is correct.
That's an easy call for the officials. That 2-on-1 happening because the play exactly in the middle of the Bulldog logo was trying to get the puck down and quickly was taken away. Unfortunately, couldn't score there.
Another power play opportunity for the Bulldogs. We're able to convert today. We'll see what they do here. Setting up the triangle. Up top, McLaughlin to Reimer. Just comes off of his stick as he'll skate to the middle. Opens up, backhand dish. Nobody there to take the puck. It's back for Reimer. McLaughlin waits, shoots. That one high over the head of Young as he never saw it. Around the glass and stopping is Reimer. There's a hard 1-T from McLaughlin soaked in front. Got some stick taps from the Thunder bench. Reagan turns on that wrist shot and finds it through traffic. And the Bulldogs, for the first time this season, have hit double digits.
Oh, just an amazing screen there by Turin. He's had a fantastic day so far, but Reagan walks in the middle of the ice, and you can tell Young never even saw that puck. He dropped down. Reagan took him upstairs. 10-0 Bulldogs. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left here. I'll wrap it up pretty soon.
So another power play goal for the Bulldogs, and it's been all AC today. Here's Smith. Looking towards the middle. Smith, a wrist shot. That's gloved down by Young and pops over the shoulder of Brow. He'll have to shift into gear to get there in time. No problem for him. Cross ice pass for Strasky. Dishes to Smith. A right-handed shot. Cuts to the middle through the legs of a speeding McLeod. Jammer on one hand. To the front. Smith off the bar and in. Jammer taking some extra hacks and whacks after the whistle.
And he was the one that created this whole entire play, driving in the front of the net. Smith able to collect the rebound, and you can see Jammer just putting down, signaling a goal. Just letting Trine know that they're up by 11. And they have just no chance at all. Better start the buses pretty shortly.
Marley doing it all himself. Marley tries to get it through a pair of legs. Long shot from the point. Just scampers wide. Allen peeling off the boards down low, looking for a chance in front. It pinballs around. Ty will fake the slap shot. Allen with a dead angle shot. Less than 90 seconds left to go in this third period.
Exactly what you expect out of the Bulldogs this game. I would say the second period was a little bit lax, so they definitely brought the umph in the third. And this last couple of minutes, really, they're just letting Trine know that hey, this rivalry still belongs to the black, yellow, and white.
Toth with a wrister, a backhand, high into the uprights. This is in front and on net. Off the boards, and another helmet popping off the head. It's Weidman who gets his brain bucket dislodged.
Showcasing his great set of hair.
Less than 60 seconds left remaining here in the third period. You know, for your sake, I hope he doesn't hear that you said that.
Yeah, he would beat me up, to be fair.
And you have almost a foot of height on him as Marley finds one through a seam. Shot number 6-7 on the board. Makes it 11-0 Dogs.
12-0.
12-0, sorry.
I mean, they're just laying it on now. And that was, I mean, when you're given that much time and space in the middle of the ice, and you just have to take advantage of it. Trine just wants this next 40 seconds to be done quickly, get to the showers and onto the bus and back to the great state of Indiana.
Reagan dancing his way in. Weidman trying to center in front. 23 seconds left to go. Bulldogs still looking to find another one. Tipped up to the point. Here's McLaughlin across the blue line. Reagan to Mins. 10 seconds left. McLaughlin, a heavy shot, stopped, fought off the rebound, and 6.5 seconds left to go. We'll likely get our final whistle of this one.
It's a great job by the Bulldogs. Nothing much else we can say up here. Like a broken record almost, and what they've been able to do. And this is what you expect out of them. Good start to the season.
Last second shot in and out of the glove of Young. A follow-up chance, 2 seconds and one. The horn will sound. That will do it. Dueling shutouts for Peyton Traska and Dylan Eliason yesterday. No goals let in on the weekend as the Bulldogs take this one 12-0, their first win at the AIA this season. All dogs. What can you say?
There's not much. I feel like we've been talking about the same thing. Trine came into this one knowing that they were going to most likely lose, and that's exactly what the Bulldogs showcase. The dominant performance, exactly what you want to start out your season with here at the Arrington Ice Arena, especially if they have that long stretch of the homestand for them. And an amazing crowd here tonight. I just appreciate every single fan that attended this game. It's a great start to homecoming weekend, really, and just awesome.
Well, a happy homecoming weekend for the Bulldogs as we will celebrate all weekend long here on the campus of Adrian College. 12-0, our final, our first home hockey game of the 25-26 season. Bulldogs rout out the Trine University Thunder. From all of us up here in the booth, Alex Herman, Tyler Ackerman, thank you for tuning in. You've been watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.